The island is peaceful. There are birds above your head, and the wind plays with your hair. You brush away your sweat, enjoying the laughter of children. The villagers have been talking recently of a storm brewing, to get away from central areas of the island and to flee to the shore. You don't believe them. I mean, who would come and simply kill civilians minding their own business? You hear someone cry out in the distance, close to where your home is. Screams follow suit. You take off running, leaving behind the gunshots in the distance and the cries of people you may know. Other children are hiding in the bamboo forest. You sneak in with them. You crouch for days. Your friends are crying. There isn't much to eat in the bamboo forest. Everyone watches silently, though, as the fires rise high and your home is reduced to ash. This is one of many, many stories of the April 3rd incident. If you don't know what the April 3rd incident, also known as the April 3rd massacre, is, I'll try to give you my best explanation. There is an island called Jeju just below the mainland of South Korea. During the first election for the new government, a group that disagreed with having a separate government from North Korea led everyone on Jeju to Hallasan, or Mount Halla, so that they couldn't vote. This protest against the government upset the president, to say the least, and deemed the entire island to be a red island, or a island of communists. Basically, in Korean, this would mean that all of the island's inhabitants were deemed 빨갱이들. The incident itself is much longer, winding and complicated, but this is not a history channel. The book we're going to talk about today is 사삼이 나에게 건넨말, or roughly translated to What the April 3rd Massacre Said to Me. This is a Korean book with no English translation. However, it is a book I want to talk about. I also live in Jeju, and most of my ancestors originate from Jeju Island. And I find that the contents of this book are very important to me, as some of my family history is connected to the April 3rd incident. There are people who are still alive from that time, people who still live with that pain, and this book encapsulates that pain, the pain of the people, extremely, extremely well. 사삼이 나에게 건넨말 is divided into 5 parts. Part 1, 사삼이 나에게 말을 걸다, or How the April 3rd Called to Me. This is a exact historical timeline of what actually happened and why. Part 2 is 동백꽃처럼 떨어진 이름들, the names that fell like camellia flowers. This is a compilation of a summary or a review of media that depicts the story of the April 3rd incident. It includes a description about a very famous Korean book, 순이 삼촌. Part 3 is 두 번째 찾아온 질문, 사삼과 사람들. The second question, April 3rd and the people. This is basically a story about the survivors of the April 3rd incident and the families of those who were affected. This is also where the author's personal story or personal family history comes out. And it's quite very interesting to see how her parents were involved in the April 3rd incident and how her family history is so deeply rooted and affected by this massacre. Part 4 is 악의 평범성 versus 선의 시민성. This is the banality of evil and the citizenship of good. This part is a little more theoretical and technical. It's the stories of why such brutality happened and it does diverge into the stories of heroes that kind of deviated from that violent status quo. Part 5 is 사삼이 우리에게 남긴 것, the things that April 3rd left for us. This is what has been done, what is being done, and what should be done through the story of the April 3rd and into the future of peace. I usually don't read a lot of nonfiction books, and I actually started reading this one because of a translation gig I got at my school for an author visit. Contrary to what I thought, I loved the book. I found it one of the most friendly and easy ways to gain knowledge about what happened in Jeju in that time. The way the book presents history is similar to a conversation between a mother and a daughter. It is like listening to your parents explain the history through storytelling and personal connections. Though this may ring less true for others, especially for people who aren't Korean, I believe that this book is a wonderful way to start exploring modern Korean history. I would like to recommend this book to anyone looking to understand the struggles of modern Korean history and how the current South Korea came to be. This is more of a personal story, and I understand that this video was shorter than the previous one, but I am trying to be a little more consistent with my video uploads. I will be attempting to post once a week as much as possible. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, or comments, please drop them down below. Good night, good day, good life, and goodbye. Thank you for listening.